Start. that is the alarm sound for the start of the chess.com the club match against the Zurich Chess Club. Welcome to the Mechanics Institute. I'm Abel Talamantes, chess director at the Mechanics Institute, and joining me for this historic club match is three-time U.S. champion Grandmaster Nick DeFermian, FIDE Master Paul Whitehead, Women's Candidate Master Allison Wong, and we heard the sounds of San Francisco there as we start. A motorcycle going by, the alarms going
Our
off.
alarm.
So we're really excited for this club match. Want to thank everyone involved in helping get this together. You know, of course, Judith Stare. And Allison was like a huge help in getting this even off the ground. She did the first initial outreach to all the clubs. So thank you, Allison, for being a big part of this historic moment for the Mechanics Institute. The oldest chess club in the world, the oldest continuously running chess club in the world, the Zurich Chess Club, since 1807. There was even a book written about it, The History of the Zurich Chess Club, 1807 to 2007. It's in the Mechanics Institute library. And against the oldest continuously running chess club in the United States, the Mechanics Institute, since 1854. And we are going to have two components of this club match. So the first one's going to start any minute now. It's the Scholastic component. It's only Scholastic players. And so we have a team of 10 Scholastic players. Ratings range from 2,000 to about 500.
And ages?
The ages are probably from 14 to 6, something like that.
Okay. Very cool.
And here we go. The games have started. How's it going, everyone? What do you think of what we're doing here?
I feel really lucky to be here at this historic occasion.
And looks like the games have started, and we're waiting on Nicholas Wang from the Mechanics Institute to make his first move.
Wow, and they've trotted out a 2397 player.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nicholas Wang would be up to the challenge. So
come on, Nicholas.
Hopefully he gets his snack and gets back to the board and makes the move. The board 2 is Javier Silva for the Mechanics Institute. He is playing white. And he's taking on Jacob Russo. Himself a pretty strong player.
Yeah.
This looks well matched.
Yeah, we tried our best to kind of have parity across the players. So, and our board 3 is Nicholas Boldy playing black against Nina Brousseau. I'm guessing there's siblings there for Zurich. And the games are going to be game in 15 plus 2. Each player is going to play the same opponent twice. Once as white, once as black. And the way we're doing is we're going to wait till all the games in this first round are done before starting the games for round 2. Just to make sure all the round 2 games start on the same time and we can follow it. And yeah.
Well, so far we're doing good. We haven't lost a game.
We have not lost. That's good. And then board 4, Chelsea Zhu playing David Saminsky from Zurich.
We have some good players playing on our team.
And
I think of the Scholastic, it seems like we're outgunning their Scholastic players, but we'll see what happens. I mean, at least rating wise, except for that top board.
Yeah, and maybe at the top, maybe so much, but I think they make up for it on the bottom. I think on the bottom half, they're a little bit stronger, so it sort of balances out. All four of the players we're followed so far are all TNM players. They play in the Mechanics Tuesday Night Marathon. Going to the next board, it's Jasport, Jashith Karthi playing white.
Allison, are they open, the Zurich Chess Club now? Like, can you walk in? Do you know?
Sure. I wouldn't think so though.
Not yet, huh?
Yeah, and actually, I'm a little unclear. Maybe I can ask the guys whether uh, they have an actual brick and mortar building that's permanent. Um, Not 100% sure on that, but we'll find out.
Oh, we're doing great on this game. We've won. Jess Sheath has won a pawn. Maybe.
Nice work there. And
Lexi's asking if you're in Zurich, but it looks to me like you're, in some planet far from Earth.
Yeah.
And that's Baby Yoda in your background?
Yep, from the Mandalorian.
So some exciting games going in here. Look at that Templar 666 for Zurich. That sounds like a name I might have come up with.
like something out of like the Da Vinci Code or something.
Yeah.
Going on to the next game, we have for Mechanics Green Pig,
My
357.
username.
You like that? That screams of Chess Kid all over it. And that is Charlie Zitnik. Charlie Zitnik for Mechanics.
All right.
And
This is a tough little match, Nick.
What I like about these games is you get to the action really quickly.
Yeah, look at this.
That's right.
Not afraid. Knight takes h3 check. It could get trapped.
And then moving on to this board with Neve Grover for Mechanics playing white.
Go Neve. Yeah, like you say, Nick, really, right away the action.
I mean, here we have a backward pawn on c6. Normally you'd worry more about it, but stuff is going to happen in this now.
Is Sebi playing for us?
No, and this is the thing is that when and let me just go back to board one because Nicholas Wing got back in here. For these matches and for the rest of our matches, we have a fixed roster. It's not something that you can join. So
I see.
What we did is we reached out to the players during the week and said, we need your confirmation you're playing. And, I didn't hear back from Sevi. So, I can't, because we have to send our roster and lineup to them. So we need to know for sure who's playing. And the thing is that because of the time change, because it was originally going to be 10 a.m. start flat, this section started at 9 a.m. so it was earlier, so I needed confirmation. There were actually a couple of players that couldn't play because of the time change, so I needed to know whether someone but just confirm for the next matches, like for next Saturday. If you're in, just let me know via email that you're good to go, and then we'll put you in, because definitely would have loved to have you, but next week for sure. So what do you think of Nicholas Wang? He's got his hands full, and how's he looking? He looks like he's going for it a little bit.
Well,
I kind of like his position.
Yeah, he's the player that likes to live by the sword, and so on.
And whatever by the sword, right? And the other player for Mechanics is Ankita Jain playing black here.
How many boards, by the way, in the
boards.
Scholastic section?
10 boards in the Scholastic section.
10 boards.
Live by the sword, etc., etc.
Die by the sword? Don't know.
See, but we don't want to get morbid on the broadcast. That's why we have to,
True.
Yeah, I decided to kind of,
in the interest of political correctness, we decided to kind of go that route. So, what do you?
Black is picking up some pawns here.
Looking
Yeah.
okay. Mechanics is looking all right, huh?
Mechanics has been looking good so far.
Oh, D8. White knight.
Oh my. That's gin.
Oof.
Pawns
Oof.
for one thing, but a knight is a knight.
Well done, Ankita J232.
And Allison was on top of that one right there. So, saw that. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Looking so far so good. Let's look at Javier Silva and Jaco Brusso. Live in the chat. Live by the battle axe. Slaughter by the battle axe. Same concept. Same concept for sure.
So you saw what Sebi wrote that he was busy yesterday and forgot to send his confirmation.
Yeah, yeah. And so I was letting Sebi know. Just shoot me an email that you're good for next week because we got the Dutch Chess Club next week. Big one.
Wow.
I think we're also going to have same as this one, Scholastic and a regular. And the thing is that Scholastic sort of, I think in the U.S. when you say Scholastic chess, it's usually like lower rated beginners, but that is not what's going on here.
Right.
It means
Right.
straight up it's just people that are in school, but they could be experts, right? 2000 rated.
Yes. And they've got some strong players too.
Because in our section, when you say Scholastic, you would not immediately be thinking of Nicholas Wang, Javier Silva, Chelsea, Nicholas Boldy, right? Um,
Right.
but as we
Jim
can see,
Parjan.
Jim Tarjan, Scholastic at heart. But but as you can see, like the skill level matches up, so we're gonna have a good match.
Yeah, no, it's a tough little battle here.
Wow, look at this one with Chelsea here. I think she picked up some material.
Now, I would say that they hadn't quite woken up yet on a couple of the boards. But
Yeah,
it's
look at
late there.
this. White's up a queen for two minor pieces,
And then
which
Black's
is an interesting, material imbalance sometimes.
and let's
Nick, do you know this game that I think it was played in the interzone of some interzonal 1964 between Portish and Tall, where Tall
oh,
just is getting crushed.
look at that.
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that.
oh no!
Crap.
What a blunder!
And we're Green Pig. That's Charlie Zitnik.
Yeah. Oh, White should not have taken on C5.
Nice job.
Gonna regret
And we
that.
have two results in. Ankita Jain wins her game, and Jasfork Jashith Karthi wins. So that should be two for the Mechanics Institute. Nice work.
Terrific.
Good start.
Paul, you were talking about that game of calls where he was down a little material. I think it was a rook, a bishop, a knight, and a couple pawns.
He was just down like so much material. It was incredible.
And he only drew the game.
And he only drew the game. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. And there we go. The results getting updated. You can follow the match score on the top. As you can see, we are 2-0. Yeah, and that's because the results need to be manually entered. So as soon as they're manually entered, it gets updated. So yeah, yeah, live scoreboard, live scoreboard. Back to board one with Ninja Force, Nicholas Wang. And Alexis, they're going to be an adult section. That is correct. Those matches start at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. It's going to be after the Scholastic uh, section. So we're going to have scoreboard there also. We will have scoreboard there.
Wow, this board one game, these players have already had their coffee, have already had their second coffee, I
Yeah,
think.
this is expert level chess as you'd expect from the ratings of these players. Ninja Force. Hey, Nicholas, focus on your game. But hello. So we're gonna move on to board two here with Javier Silva.
Oh, is that Nicholas? Good that you know the screen names.
Well, I'm imagining because it says Ninja Force, right?
Right,
It's the
right.
same.
Yeah.
So hello, welcome to the show, and focus on your game.
Now this should be good for black, of naturally.
So I'm just wondering, has Alexi ever played for the Mechanics Institute?
She is not. She is not. Not yet.
She's going for a swim. So,
Swim sounds good.
do you swim, Abel?
Uh, I do, but like not where I'm gonna look to go for a swim. Right. So like
How
I
about you,
can swim, but
Allison? Do you swim?
I took classes when I was like 5, and then I quit. So
Do you like getting in the water?
yeah, once in a while.
Right.
Go every day though.
And Nick must be a swimmer. I mean, he's from the coastal town, right? You're from the West Coast.
Yeah, yeah.
and
Sailing, surfing, swimming, snorkeling.
and for everyone watching, the Zurich Chess Club is also streaming this match, and if you want to check it out, we won't be offended. There's the link right there. Um, so very cool that we're both doing it. So if you want to go check them out and just see what it's like, do that. But then come right back because we want your support. And we have more results.
I'm
Vedant,
actually going to take a look at it, Nick.
The
Vedant,
results. Oh, they're.
and
Oh, yeah.
Lex-
You look, Paul. See if they have some good insights into the games.
He's exactly where we are. So do you think he's using our chess feed or something?
um,
Sebastian Bogner is his name. Is the
Oh, yeah.
streamer.
yeah, Grandmaster Sebastian Bogner. Yeah, watching it now.
And he's got and yeah, very interesting.
No, I don't think they're using our feed.
Right. Right. He just happened to be on the same chessboard that we were
Yeah.
on. And he's switching between games.
So we are. Oops. Let me uh, see the update on the sheet there.
And we're up the exchange in this game and a couple of pawns. So this is going very well for
5-1 mechanics so far. This game looking good. Yeah, we got wins from Vedant Basu Acharya, Neil Grover. So game still going from the uh, first round here. Javier Silva. And as we would expect, the higher rated players they're still battling. And then back here with Nicholas Wang, looks like up a pawn thus far.
Oh, wow. But all that white development. Action is happening.
Yeah, the king's sitting in the middle of the board there.
Yeah, well, you know, live by the rook. Black rook went from B8 to D8. This is starting to look. Oh, but 94, Nick. Does that do anything? Can't
No,
black?
it's very hard to attack in this time control because you have to get it so precise, these long continuations.
Right, right.
I think he's guessing.
I think
Maybe it's
knight.
good.
Yeah, knight D5 maybe was a better guess.
Oh yeah, knight d5 and well, but if pawn takes d5,
Well,
what
then
do
you
you,
get a discovered something.
Yeah, but White's got more time. You'd think.
And a discovered something is usually,
It's good to discover something.
yeah, it's good to discover things.
Let's check on Nicholas Boldy, who's playing black here and looking all right.
You have to be a Nicholas to play for our team.
Wired, yeah. And thank you everyone for tuning in and watching this historic match between two historic clubs. 10:30 a.m. the regular games 10:30 a.m.
I think Black made it a little difficult for himself with these rash B5 move, and that was a bit senseless here, but Black's still winning.
And this is the beginning of Ankita Jain's second game.
oh, they've started the second game already.
Yeah, it looks like they started them right away. I thought we were gonna wait till all the games from the first round, but it appears that they're just said let's get it going. So
Is that the TD's doing or
TD discretion, yeah.
I see.
But if both of the players are logged in, then it doesn't matter, right? Because they're it's not like a game starts, but someone went to get something to eat real quick and they weren't aware.
Well, I believe Black should lose this, being that they're a piece down.
And let's take a look at the developments on board one with Nicholas Wang here.
Yeah, this game is interesting. So he didn't cast. Yeah, was a little strange.
And why not Castle? As opposed
He was
to
in check.
Oh, he's in check. Yeah.
Well, okay, but 2 moves ago, after that
Right.
knight to e4 move.
Yes.
Oh, that's what happened. Running it back here.
Well, now what? Queen G3, threatening knight F5? Or, yeah. Yeah, it's funny Nicholas didn't castle, but maybe he saw it. I don't know.
And
So
back,
what is going on?
White has something here, I think, maybe with Queen G3. It looks obvious somehow.
going,
Yeah, it's
running him back to the game here.
and Nicholas only has 3 minutes 45 seconds. I don't know how much time he lost in the beginning when he getting breakfast or coffee.
Right.
Right. And I actually think it was like probably a minute and a half, but still, right? It's like even when you
G3
start
puts
less time,
very strong pressure on Black.
A lot of cheapos. Queen G. Maybe Rook D7 would hold everything.
Yeah.
And then that knight does not have so many squares to back up to.
He's back in the chat. We gotta be quiet.
my iPad didn't. Oh, so I had to switch to loud.
He's listening to every word.
Well, that's going to
There we
hurt
go.
you if you listen to us.
Yeah. But he had to switch computers apparently. That's what happened, and we're no stranger to tech issues when it comes to
Right.
so. All right, so we'll
Look at this dastardly move here that they're playing on this board.
this shameless shameless attacking greed here.
Taking the knight seems like something I do.
It's right out of the
Right out of
uh,
advanced attacking techniques taught by Paul Whitehead.
oh, that's a funny class, actually. Nick, this class, I've got Roy in it, and she hasn't said a word yet. So she's probably just laughing at me while I'm talking. And also Natasha Christensen.
Okay, well that's a good class for her. But Rui should be, yeah, she should be throwing in comments.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, it's well, as soon as White can trade a pair of rooks here, it's going to be over.
Yeah, 3 minutes though. You know that those tricky nights. We've seen things happen.
The theme of attack is such a broad one. It's, you can show a game where great defense is played, and that's a uh, uh, sticking to the theme of attack as well. So it's just about any game you can show is going to be have elements of attack in it.
So I'm actually being told, and Chelsea won her game. I'm actually being told that the second games that have started, it might have been the players challenging each other.
Yeah.
Oh
Because
I
yeah.
there's
think that's cool.
because
Oh,
there's one game that's actually going on like that. So
Oh, I see.
so I mean, if they did it to themselves, then all right, let the game stand.
Oh,
Whatever.
I see. It's a bit problematic, right, in terms of the official matches.
Not really problematic. It's just we were gonna wait until all the games finish, just to have everything start at once, because then we can follow it. But I mean, yeah, if they wanted to say, well, let's get rolling right now, let's do it, then
Let's rumble.
let's rumble. Then that's fine.
Do you know much German, Nick? What's
just a
rumble in
little.
What's
I
rumble in German?
Come a fight.
Right.
And
Like
here,
Adolf's book, Mein Kampf.
Oh gosh.
look at this here. This is the second game from Ankita Jain and her opponent, which is where's Ankita? Jan Saminsky.
Wow, that looks like compensation for a piece.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Black is threatening a mate in two, or no?
Made in
Yes.
one.
What,
Also,
Allison?
Made in one, I think.
you have to stop both Queen F3
Yeah.
and Queen F4.
Yeah,
It might not be possible, huh?
made in one is right.
Mate in one, yeah. See, that's what happens when you learn advanced attacking techniques. The distinction between mate in one and mate in two is made clear,
Would F4 give any survival chances?
Bishop G8 check, maybe. Or F4, yeah. Look at that move.
Wow.
Where it can be captured by 5 black pieces. F4 can be captured by five pieces. Oh.
That's right. That's right. 5 pieces. Yeah.
The
That's almost like
queen,
a puzzle. Like, hey, how
the
many
queen, the
pieces can
rook,
you
and on 3 pawns. It's amazing.
It was played.
just played?
And now black will overstep because there's 5 choices and won't be able to decide which one to do.
Oh no, wait a minute.
Why would you go with the G pawn?
Yes, because the
Now
check on the
you've
G file
now
would
you've
have done
covered up
it,
the
but
queen, right? You've covered it up.
Yeah, but taking with the G pawn was, as Allison pointed out, was opening up the G file. And
is there hope now for the black side?
for the white side,
For the white side.
Sorry, for the white side, yeah. I guess not, but you live for another move.
yeah, exciting. How's Nicholas doing on board 1?
So this is where we're at now. Very scary looking, no doubt.
We're doing good in this match, though. 6-1. Wow.
This is looking.
Nicholas is losing some material, something like king to g8, knight e7 check. You have to go queen e7, queen takes c7, rook takes d2. But you're
Well, on
technically even.
King G8, 97, King H7,
Oh, I'm sorry.
you'd still lose a piece, though. You're gonna.
Kyron's in the chat saying King G8, Rook D8, Queen D8, Queen C6, winning.
Yeah, because you can't take the knight because you lose your queen.
Yeah, maybe still complicated. Throwing queen d2 at the end.
Yeah, you both said the same thing. Queen D2 at the end.
I'm just going to let Kyron do this and sit back and relax.
Oh, look at that.
I think you're both on the same wavelength.
Checking on Nicholas Boldy's game. It looked like Nicholas was up a ton of stuff, but something happened here. What do you think?
Yeah, he'll be lucky to draw now.
He's got to get that king over.
Yeah, this is really too bad. Black plate was playing, I guess, was running out of time.
But the first board was very dramatic with 30 seconds left on each.
Well, look at Javier and Jakob, both under 40 seconds left in their games.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the time is running out for these young players.
A rook against 2 minor pieces here. Six to 1 in favor of mechanics currently. The first round.
This is not easy. This position, I don't think. I'd rather have black, of course, but
And if you're white and have the rook, are you wanting to trade queens?
Yes.
it would depend. Yeah, but I mean, if black can anchor a piece of d4 with the pawn at e5, then yeah. Maybe what black should have avoided the trade of queens.
Oof.
He is.
Oh. Okay. Oh wow.
Black is going for the attack here, huh? Oh. That's a little too direct.
Seconds left.
Yeah.
And wow, Nicholas won on time. I mean, Javier, sorry. Javier won on time. And I said Nicholas because I also simultaneously noticed Nicholas Wang lost on board one. So one
He's
for
asking if there was increment.
uh, +2. Yep, +2. There's definitely increment because I'm looking at the match command +2 increment.
I
So
think Black has played very rashly in this game here, and given White some real chances.
7-3 after the first round of matches in favor of Mechanics. So all games done in the first round, and it looks like Ankita Jain lost the second game. So
So they're fighting back.
and so now the second games will start, but they got another point. It looks like uh, because Ankita and her opponent played the
So the
game.
first round ends with us winning 7-3.
Actually, it's been updated because it looks like Nicholas Boldy drew the
Okay.
match, and I think they've already counted Ankita's second game. So
Ah,
what that means, the current most updated match score is shown now 7.5 to 3.5,
okay.
and so we got 9 games left.
And Nicholas said he was trying to flag his opponent.
Yeah, just focus on your game.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably
Play
not.
chess,
Yeah, and probably not a great idea.
not a strategy. So now
No.
Nicholas has white here, and let's take a look. Javier Silva pulled it out in his game. He's got black in a Caro Khan.
Nice solid opening.
I know I was really impressed by the way you explained that in your class, Nick, the Caro-Kann. It's
Well,
almost as though you were a Caro-Kann player yourself. You
nobody
praise.
in the class played it.
Oh, that's funny.
And going on to Nicholas Boldy here, who is white.
It's never been a particularly popular opening for some reason.
Unless you're Kyron Griffith, who plays it
Yeah,
quite a bit.
yeah. It's a certain um,
And if anyone out there you're watching the broadcast and you want to follow the matchups and what is happening, you can actually take a look at the Google Doc right there. And you can see all the matchups that are going to be in the next group of matches that's going to start at 10:30 a.m. Pacific. We have leading us in that group, Grandmaster Jim Tarjan. He'll be our board one, followed by International Master Josiah Stearman, FIDE Master Kyron Griffith, International Master Elliot Winslow, National Master Eric Hone, National Master Mike Walder, Ethan Boldy, David Askin, Jonah Bush, Clarence Lehman, Christian Clemens, Adam Mercado, Erica Malikin, and Mike Hilliard. Those are the players.
what a fantastic! I mean, I know all these mechanics players, and what a great
Yeah,
lineup for
fantastic
us.
lineup. Benny Watts doesn't know anything about the Carol. Benny Watts, the character from the Queen's Gambit. And Sriram Krishna Kumar is in the chat. What's up?
Chess is going. This is incredible renaissance with chess now. And I think 95 is the wrong direction for this night, but I could be mistaken.
And moving on and just checking over the games of the second round. This is Vedant Basu Acharya for white playing for mechanics against Templar 666. Theo Bonvin for Zurich.
Mm. And Elliot's in the chat. It's trend. Chess is trending, he says.
That's probably the modern term. Oh,
Yeah.
Sriram's playing the Eastern Class Championship and just finished his first round.
Huh.
All right, you're forgiven for not wanting to represent mechanics. We'll let that go. Actually, we'll hit him up to see who's available. We have two more club matches coming up. We have next Saturday morning the Royal Dutch Chess Club, and then the following Saturday, Hamburg, Germany,
I'm looking
1830.
to play some hamburgers.
I think they even go by hamburger, right,
Yeah,
Allison?
I think they do. Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Well,
Hey, Allison, did you ever play like club matches like this? I know Mission San Jose, you actually traveled and played other schools, right? As
Yeah, we did that for nationals every year.
it, but you didn't play like online club matches against other clubs, or did you?
No, not really.
Yeah. And let's take a look at Neve Grover, Lightning Pro 1.
there's some very, this is not um, simple chess being played here. There's some
This is not
sophisticated games.
A4, A5 going on here, right?
Right, yeah, or F3, allowing queen
F
H4 main,
F3, G4. I think when I sent out the announcement letting the Scholastic players know you're in the Scholastic section, I go, I want to make it very clear this is not like a beginner section.
Yeah, no, there's some really serious stuff going
Oh
on here.
wow!
I
Look at
I
this,
hope I
Javier
hope the
Silva.
grandmasters can play as well as this.
This is Javier Silva's second game already in an endgame.
Oh wow, that was
Oh,
fast.
that's a classic pawn ending. This will be fun.
Oh yeah, look at this. Caro-Kann pawn ending. So does White have a forced breakthrough on the king side?
You're thinking when you get the pawn to G4 and you're able to make a pass pawn.
With G5 and F5?
Yeah. We'll see if that happens.
And look at Charlie Zitnik for the mechanics playing white here.
Okay,
Down
so Javier is listening to us. We have got to figure this out.
Javier is in the chat. I don't see him in the chat.
Oh no, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Robert.
yeah. What do you think of this game here?
That's a lot of pawns that White has here. Well, maybe only two. It's early, Elliot. I'm trying to get my coffee in.
That's a good check. If rook b6, you just take that a pawn.
And if bishop b6, White might take on d5 or play c5, check.
Or play b4.
Oh, b4, yeah. It's getting tough here.
Oh wow! And Chelsea, look at Chelsea. She won her second game quick, and I think it was by virtue of a blunder. As you can see here, Chelsea is black for mechanics, and then
Rook
Oh,
b3 is a mistake. Queen g7.
B4
Okay,
was played.
Chelsea. Oh, hung
Yeah.
the queen.
So Chelsea picks up the win in the second game.
Wow.
Congrats to her.
Go Chelsea. Yeah.
And moving on to Jashith Karthi's second game here.
What's the score now?
The updated score is, let me put that up. There we go. It is 8.5, 3.5 for mechanics. 8.5 to 3.5.
What do they talk about in sports? The magic number and all that stuff.
Yeah, so for us, it's 10.5
Right.
because we get to 10.5. Then we've won the scholastic part of the score. Um, and then we have the other group of matches starting at 10:30 a.m. where we got all our titled players. We're throwing the kitchen sink at Zurich, and they're gonna throw it back at us. So it'll be very exciting.
Yeah, we just need 2 more points. Now we got it.
Yep, 2 more points. And wow, look at this game. This is an exciting game between Charlie, but Charlie looks like picked up a rook. Charlie Zitnik, Green Pig 357.
Black is in some trouble here.
Yeah.
I think.
Go to Vedant Basu Acharya for mechanics playing white here.
King D5. Look at that brave king. Wow, Black's Knight on. There's a lot of cross pinning going on here.
Yeah.
This is very interesting here. Rook F6, Rook D5, Rook F5.
You know, there's got to be a tactic somewhere gonna show up.
Yeah. Okay. So, but this is probably White's just going to pour it on here with Rook D1. What's Black going to do? Protect the queen?
But now there's a check.
Yeah. I mean, it's just White just wins. Oh, White didn't need to do that.
Yeah, but you go Rook D1 if there's a check, right?
Yeah.
White could have won by just trading on D5 and finishing with Rook E8 check.
Right away.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a look at Javier Silva's pawn ending.
Wow.
Looks like Javier's got the better king for sure.
But G4.
Yeah. Black has to be careful here. But White has to know that he can make a force pass pawn.
And Kyron in the chat,
doesn't know
G4, F5,
that.
G5.
Yeah. If he doesn't know that, then that there's a breakthrough possibility here on the king side.
And there's still plenty of time for both players, so it's not like they won't have time to work this through.
Well, some of these things can be very difficult to work through, especially king of pawn endings.
Is anyone listening to us here? We can talk about moves, or should we?
Yeah, I think so. I think we can.
Yeah. I don't think Javier's in the chat or anything.
But now I'm afraid of just C4, king to D5, stopping the break.
Yeah, White should have brought his king up maybe instead of playing G4 right away.
But now let's see if he finds the break.
So what does White have to do? Just G5? Yep.
G5, king B5, F5. Does it work?
Yep.
Oh, he's playing it. I guess there's nothing that it's,
No, no, no. But
yeah,
this
the
this
king
isn't.
gets back.
Yeah, the king b5 f5 pawn takes f5 g6 pawn takes b6 and that.
Yeah, and the king gets back. I just saw that too.
So the white king has to run up to e4.
Yeah, and Kyron saying G6, FG.
Yeah, we're all seeing the same thing.
I like that Javier is in the tank trying to work it out.
What maybe White should have played f5 and then f6 instead. Would that have helped? F5, king b5, f6,
f5 was a better move.
f5 might have, with the idea of playing f6. That might have done it, huh, Nick?
Yes,
It looks like that would have been the way to do it.
that would have won. But now it's still complicated. White needs to bring the king up because the pawns can't break through yet.
So f5, ef5, and then king b5. But then, yeah. Wouldn't White just be able to? Oh, yeah, Black goes up and takes the e5 pawn.
And
Well,
just
he wouldn't. The white king would get to e4.
just looking at this position real quick,
I need another cup of coffee.
Jasheeth Karthi against
Sebastian is looking at it too at this end game on his site on the stream.
yep. That's sort of the end game to look at. Going back to it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's giving it a lot of attention. He's got he has the engine running on
Oh, well,
chess.com.
that's
Oh.
really cheating.
It's like looking down on having the computer up. Tough
But yeah,
ending.
paying attention to it. It's just like it's a bar going up and down on
And
chess.com.
look at his mate that Charlie Zitnik delivered on his opponent. There should be a name for this mate.
The Zurich mates,
The
maybe?
Zurich mate. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's just very nice.
There is a name for it, I think. It's the epaulette mate.
Yeah, right.
The shoulder pad mate.
Shoulder pad. Yeah.
Right.
The Admiral. You get the epaulets on that. Very cool. Going back to this game, we were looking at for a little bit. Vedant Basuacharya playing white for mechanics. With everything pinned everywhere, this is where we're at.
What do you think of these? Every time I'm watching Carlson and Pomniachi and all these players playing, they're all dressed in blue suits and white shirts. I mean, what is that? What is that? I don't. Is that the corporate look now for the chess players?
Everything is managed, right? The look,
the blue suit and the white shirt. I mean, that's just
Mike Walder in the chat. And
this game.
I'm going to go back to Javier's game only because there's been developments. And then we can see where we're at. 10.5 to 3.5 is the score. So the Mechanics Institute will win the Scholastic part at least. The main part starts in 10:30 p.m. 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. About a little under 40 minutes, where we have GMs and IMs playing each other and players from all across levels. 14 boards in the next group.
It looks bad for black. Bad for white here.
And was something not played by white that they could have done, or did it end up not working, do you think?
The G5 was not as good as F5. Um,
Is that because F5 had a direct threat?
yeah, you had the direct threat of F6. So.
Right. So if we have this position with the pawn on F5 with black to play, would you be able to play something like G5? I'm trying to think of what would you be able to do.
Oh, but then you're threatening, if the pawn's on F5 instead of G5, so you're threatening pawn to F6.
That's right. That's right.
And you just get a passed pawn.
Yeah.
That can't be stopped.
Yeah.
So it would have forced the exchange, pawn takes F5, and then you have those aggressive pawns on F5 and E5.
And would that be good enough to draw, or
well,
would
it might have won because
right?
You're always threatening to get a passed pawn with E6. Not sure what would happen. We have to get Sebastian's engine.
It looks like this way white has no way in. There's nothing to be done, because if F5 check, E takes F5, and then H takes G5, and that's the end of it, right?
And Vedant Basu Acharya wins this game. White gets the win. And black resigned this position. Do you think this position is resignable, or?
It's a little premature.
I mean, white's better, but
I think white's winning here, right? He's up threatening bishop F7 check and
then attacking the rook and all this stuff going on. And look at Neve Grover for mechanics. Wow, look at this position. Neve is black here, trying to defend.
Ooh. On H6. So the king to H8 is a forced move. And can you get that king in the corner?
Yeah, is it actually safe there? And then let's go.
Yeah, dramatic.
Back to Javier's game. Some development already.
Well, it just looks really bad. King back to D5, and have to guard that E pawn. Can
white just defend the pawn? I mean, it has to, right? Oh,
D6.
King takes E6. Oh, King F5 like and then King E6.
Incredibly complex king and pawn ending.
Let's see. B5, E6, takes check. King G6, E5, King G7, E4, H6, E3, H7, E2, and they both queen. Black queen's first, so black probably has some decent winning chances.
12.5, 3.5, the current score.
My brain is foggy this morning. What do you think of that, Nick?
Oh, that's a losing move. Takes king f6 and white queen's
White
first.
goes first, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Javier, a little too quick.
That's a
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. It was expecting to take, but doesn't have to take.
yeah, a blunder.
Yeah, tough one. Tough one there for Javier. Great first game. Erred slightly in the second, but got a point for mechanics. We haven't even looked at this game much. Nicholas Wang playing white against Ambrose Lebel.
He's played him, yeah, at top. I mean, that is a very high rated opponent. And Nicholas, first game was a real battle. This is a real battle.
And Black has declined a draw offer.
Yeah, black is probably microscopically better here, maybe even more than microscopically better.
And no, Nicholas is. Oh wow! Look at this position here for Nicholas Boldy.
Now, are you sure those are white pawns that are way up there on
Exactly.
A7?
B6 and A7.
Wow.
They almost look like the stars that denote that the bishop's going diagonally, except that they're actually pawns.
It's funny the pawns are even, but the chains are so different. I couldn't white have played bishop takes. Oh, I see. Bishop takes e7, queen takes
Yeah.
b6.
The only thing for Nicholas is he's down to a minute 40.
Oh, that what a blunder by black. Hmm. Now black's going on a fishing expedition here.
And going back. Ooh.
Still some out bishop c6. How can there?
So we got.
Right, bishop to d2.
That's right. 12, 13,
Rook takes d2. Yeah.
That actually make it complicated. Ah, a little bit complicated, but of course you have to win with those pawns. So Mike Walder wants to sacrifice the queen. Is there any chances of perpetual? Oh well, no, your queen would check.
And I haven't mentioned because I wasn't able to pull up his game because he wasn't online when I was first pulling up all the games. But William Fitzgerald was also playing for Mechanics. Split the two games with his opponent Jonas Cavagelli. So congrats to William Fitzgerald adding a point to the Mechanics Institute's total. And don't forget, everyone, 10:30 in a half an hour, we're gonna have the main event of games. 14 boards led by Grandmaster Jim Tarjan for the Mechanics Institute, along with International Masters Elliot Winslow and Josiah Stearman and FIDE Master Kyron Griffith, and company taking on Zurich, who's led by Grandmaster Christian Bauer and company. So Nicholas looking good here. Let's go
Definitely.
back to Neil Grover's game. He was black, trying to defend. Still defending. What do you think?
So, okay, we have to count pieces.
Extra piece for white. Looks like.
Being cut off in the corner.
You know, black is in trouble. Trying to make problems though. Rook F4.
The knight's almost trapped.
Yeah. It looks like that's what white's trying to do, is trap the knight.
And let's
Rookie.
moving on to Nicholas Wang's game here.
Oh, that's should be winning for black. I don't know what happened, how he lost a pawn in that. Oh, he didn't lose a pawn.
No, they're just doubled up.
Doubled up. There's a fast e pawn. Oh, now he's lost a pawn.
Yeah, black looks like he's winning this game.
And just want to give a quick shout out to Jared Ruiz, who is TDing for us and starting the games. Who's been trained by Judith to do this. So thank you, Jared. You are officially a mechanics TD now that you've started games for a club match. Certificate.
They have a strong board one, clearly, and I think we're on the way to losing this game.
Yep. And congrats to Zurich's Ambroise Labelle. Two wins. Strong player against a strong player for our side, Nicholas Wang. So Nicholas Boldy gets it done and wins the match. So this is the last game going right here.
Well,
let me get the updated results. They will be updating soon. 13.5, 5.5 is the score.
Ooh, he just lost a bishop from exchange.
Oh, wow. Both players about a minute.
what a blunder.
Now it is interesting. Oh, wow. Just kind of like piling on, right, Allison? Like, now the thing you got to watch out for mate, right, on the back rank.
If he had gone d5, pawn takes d5, e6, he probably would have gotten that mate. But he was too short a time.
E6 probably.
Knight g4, rook g3, rook c4.
Nice. Like defends that back rank.
Yeah, maybe.
Knight c6.
It's risky.
That king's pretty trapped in there, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'd be incredibly nervous at this point.
Oh, that allows rook d7.
Oh, that's a big threat too. I don't think they noticed that.
Better
White
not there.
White doesn't notice that.
95, rook a7.
I think both players may not notice that. Now, if you're pretty confident your opponent doesn't notice it, do you just play on like it's not even there?
No. No.
King is stopping those pawns for the moment.
Look at this white knight. I mean, oh, black misses knight takes e5 check. There's some shenanigans. There's some missed opportunities here for.
Oh yes, now rook d7, rook e7. Go for the mate.
Does not see it yet.
There's some odd moves being played here, folks.
And then time pressure is a real thing. It clouds judgment.
Yeah.
Oh.
You worry about your opponent's threats. They magnify in size.
Not black has a defender to the back rank there.
I'd play King G8 if I as quickly as I could to get out of there.
Oh, nice move. Get that
pawn
H6
out of there. Yeah. Now things feel a little better.
Yeah,
Without
white's
that
kind
pawn.
of moving a little bit aimlessly, for sure.
Maybe he's trying to flag black.
Yeah.
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 Black is now winning.
Just hung. That is. Yep. Wow. Great job by Neil to hang with a position that looked pretty tough.
I like the spirit of that rook c7 move. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Wow, like a reflective rook b7. I'm glad it was not played. That would have been stalemate. And nice win by Neil Grover, Lightning Pro 1. And that is a wrap. The scholastic part is done. Mechanics Institute will have won it 14.5 to 5.5 when all is said and done. And congrats to the players and on both sides, because great matches from scholastic players, as strong as expert and beyond, and more beginning players, but great chess all around.
On paper, it was rather even, so this was a good performance by our youngsters.
And it was nice to see some of the players playing in the matchups starting in 20 minutes. Mike Walder and Kyron Griffith sort of lending their support to the Scholastic group and following what they were doing. And hopefully some of the Scholastic players can stay on and do the same as the next group starts in 20 minutes, 14 boards. And let me put that back up in the chat. If anyone wants to see the matchups and the pairings, you can click on our Google Sheet, which is right there. That has all the information. And just to read it off, we are going to be seeing on board one Grandmaster Christian Bauer for Zurich playing Grandmaster Jim Tarjan. Josiah Stearman, International Master for Mechanics, playing Anthony Petkides, 2401. That's a FIDE rating. FIDE Master Kyron Griffith on board 3 for Mechanics, taking on Jonathan Rosenthal, 2337 FIDE. Elliot Winslow, International Master, against Daniel Fisher, 2276. National Master Eric Hahn taking on Valdivia Manuel, 2260 rated. National Master Mike Walder against Felix Sajka, 2153. Ethan Boldy against Nikolaus Potzelt, who was one of the organizers helping us get this all together, 2103. David Askin against Thomas Kummel, 2078. Jonah Bush against Niklaus Young, another one of the organizers, 2003 rated. Clarence Lehman against Ambrose Labelle, actually, who was playing board 1 on the Scholastic. So Ambrose is taking on Clarence Lehman next. in the regular. That's going to be a tough one for Clarence. I tell you that.
Yeah.
He's got his hands full.
Yeah.
Christian Clemens taking on Mikhail Kazmarek, 1720. Adam Mercado against Jorg Poel, 1591. Erica Malikin against Sebastian Pils, 1384. And Mike Hilliard taking on Carl Dooley, 1474. So we have good ratings across good matchups across all the boards. The top section is going to be tough. I think they might be a little bit stronger. Um, and then on the bottom section, I think they're still strong, but I think the last few boards we we might have some advantage. So
You want to go get a coffee, Abel?
I got my coffee. Like if you want to go and reload and do anything, I still got in my cup. So feel free. Just don't turn the camera off.
No, no,
Do
no.
anything.
But
Is it
I'll be
okay?
back.
Is it okay to mute things?
Yeah, you can mute things. Just don't turn the camera off because then
Okay.
like
I'm
throws
gonna
or
get coffee.
yeah. So what do you think, Allison? Watching the Scholastic group, they're kind of scary because
Yes.
even the players we had rated 500, 600. I mean, they were playing some pretty decent chess. I would not want to play them. We're getting bonus coverage right now because one of the Scholastic players is playing a 15-minute game here. Well, I'm just gonna put it on a random board. So, and in some places we have live chess coming back. I know in a few weeks, San Jose Chess Club is having a um, kind of a big tournament in Silicon Valley, Milpitas, California.
Is it
Um,
OT or is it? I think it's OT.
OTB, yeah, live OTB. They're they're gonna have a bunch of the regulations and rules in place. Curious to see how all that goes, and all the requirements that are required by the state and county. A lot of things in flux. It seems like hard to say, but that's gonna be the challenge for organizers to make sure they're on top with all the regulations and all the rules. A lot of uncertainty. So brave
It's
people.
been over a year since I've played an OTB.
I know it like feels like a long time. Actually registered for that tournament, which is May 22nd, the weekend of May 22nd. And I think that's the first tournament that I've actually registered for with the intention of playing in years, like 4 or 5 years probably.
I wish I could play, but finals are the week after that.
Finals, yeah. Yeah, finals gets in the way. How's school going? Are you over live school?
Nope, not yet.
No, not live
Still
school yet.
online, yeah.
In less than 15 minutes, the next group of games, the main event of this club match with SG Zurich and the Mechanics Institute gets underway. Uh, the Grandmasters, the International Masters, the club players doing battle. Two games, game in 15 plus two. The Mechanics Institute took the first Scholastic part, 14 and a half to 5.5. And actually, I got to go to that Google sheet and put up the main event sheet.
I'm gonna go grab breakfast if that's okay.
Yeah, perfect. Just don't turn off the camera. There we go. Oh, I got to fix that. So stay with me, everyone, while I fix the Google sheet for the next group. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to our coverage of this historic match. It's so great we're able to use chess the way we do to not only keep communities together, but also to reach out to other communities and engage with them and interact with them through chess the way we're doing. Hey, Judith. Judith Sare, our chief TD extraordinaire. How's it going? Everything good? Judith, a big part of making this match happen. We met with the organizers from Zurich. Absolutely great group of people in getting all this together. Again, they're also streaming. I was following their stream. If you want to see what they're doing in the Twitch chat, I just put their stream and T minus 12 minutes for the main event. And I have the scoreboard updated back to 0-0 for the main event. Jared doing all the work today, and we were praising Jared getting his trial by fire, baptism by fire. So uh, kudos and congrats to Jared for pairing the games, getting everything started. Pretty darn smooth too. So fantastic. We just had to make sure he woke up on time. There were moments where it felt we're cutting it close, but you know, all adding to the suspense and excitement of today. And don't forget, everyone, the action continues this weekend. Tomorrow we have the Shut Brandwine Jay Whitehead Memorial Blitz, our big annual Blitz event. Completely free, and we usually get some of the strongest players in the Bay Area and beyond come out and participate in that event. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time. In the chat is the link if you want to register for that. You have to join the Mechanics Institute online rated club. These games are Blitz, G3 plus 2, 12 rounds. They are not USCF rated, but we are going to make sure we know everyone who is playing, either by being able to look up their USCF ID or FIDE ID. We're not just going to have randos playing where we don't have some idea of who they are, just to keep the games clean as best we can. So we'll be working on that today and tomorrow, making that happen. But we have a lot of familiar folks already registered, and I see Elliot Winslow and Mike Walder are gearing up for their games, getting out the cheese plate and snacks, ready to do battle. 2 games, G15 plus 2, T minus 10 minutes. Very exciting stuff going on. And like I said before, next week, the Royal Dutch Chess Club, Saturday morning. We will have a scholastic and regular component to that one as well. So, and those games will also be manually paired and started. So, and it's exciting that we were able to engage the scholastic players in these types of things. Usually, when we do team matches, it's all one group, and we'll usually have some strong scholastic players take part. But it's great that we had a mix of not just some of our stronger scholastic players, but also those that are developing and taking classes, playing the scholastic tournaments and things like that. It's great to have them be a part of a team matchup like this, because I think most of the time at the scholastic level, I think at least in this country, those developing kids don't get an opportunity to play in matches like this. So it was great to see them playing, and they did really well. Our scholastic players, Charlie Zitnick and Neve Grover, who we just recruited yesterday, I think they both won both of their games. And these are the kids that play our weekend scholastic tournaments. So it was great to see these kids that participate in our weekend scholastic tournaments be able to participate in a match like this, where they're playing 4 mechanics as part of a team score. Sort of like something new, right? And Allison, when you played, when you've played stuff like nationals and you're representing, Mission San Jose, you're playing for individual score, but you're also conscious that you're playing for team score. Does that add extra pressure? Like when you're sitting down and playing, is that like in your mind and you're thinking, all right, I gotta
Yeah,
pay
it's like,
attention.
oh, if I'm trying to win, if I get a draw, it's gonna affect.
And were you having to self monitor like what the team score was and what your result would be, or did you have a team captain that was sort of monitoring all that? Was Joe Lonsdale kind of
Well, we
like,
have a score sheet in like the team room that kept track of all that stuff.
got it? Yeah, it's like a whole new element when you're thinking of that also, right? And you know, when you are, you may not be so quick to take a draw when you may normally would have. It's just all kinds of things to think about. So,
Especially in like the last couple of rounds if we're trying to win for
oh
the
my
team.
gosh, you know, in tiebreak, you know, and at that level, you know, a lot of times, you know, okay, if we tie, then it depends on the tiebreaker. But at the level you were playing at, especially like a national championship level, you guys probably had tiebreakers calculated that, okay, you know, on the tiebreaker, we're going to take second. And so we have to do more than just tie. We need to win. Like,
Actually, one of my friends actually not on our team. She's from like LA. She actually helped us win because she beat. So we were tied with another team, but then she beat a player from that team. So then our team won. So
right, because it hurt the opposing
yeah.
team's tiebreakers. Yeah. Yeah. I remember a U.S. Amateur Team West one time where the second place team, they were from Berkeley Chess School. It was um, it was a team that Brian Doyle was a part of, and the Wu siblings, Derek, um, and they were trying to calculate tiebreakers because they knew, depending on the results on certain games, it was going to affect tiebreakers. And it's like, wow, that's a whole other element where you're not, you know, it's beyond just knowing, okay, if so and so wins, we're going to tie. The individual matchups matter. Um, it's crazy.
I mean, I remember the U.S. gold was won because of some result on the 37th board of the 59th match of, you know,
Right, because it affects the overall tiebreak results, right? It's like, you know, it's crazy because when these things happen, even a match that's going on separately, that's not a
right,
part of your, actually will affect the tiebreakers,
right,
right?
right.
So because of a team you played earlier or a team that your opponent had played earlier, things
I
like
don't
that.
know.
It's like wild. T minus 5 minutes. Oh, and actually, I got to start following the players. What am I doing? I'm over here like talking everyone's ear off, but I have like some responsibilities that I'm not taking care of.
So is it true that Bermuda is actually affects all of the placements of the top teams? Their strategic draws and losses and wins, you know,
We're gonna leave
down
that to the
on.
captain of the Bermuda team, which we have on our broadcast.
Yeah, in some alternate reality, Paul, I'm sure you're right.
I can just imagine the captain of the, of the Russian team, calling you in the middle of the night, you know, what are you going to play on board, on board three, against Cameroon tomorrow.
You know, one of
Yeah.
the, yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say one of the things about these experienced players that, you know, we're gonna have on our the next set of games. They're so experienced in this that they log on like a minute or two before the games start. But I'm like trying to follow them so that their games pop up. But then I see I'm unable to follow, which means they're not online yet. So then I have a moment of fear, like where are they at? But I know they know to jump in because they play our TNM, so they're used to the system of logging into live chess. 3 minutes and counting, and the games will just pop up.
I was trying to read if the Zurich Chess Club was at the same location for these last 212 years, but I'm not finding that information on the Chess Space article or the internet.
Do
Yeah,
they have a website?
you know,
Um,
yeah, that was a challenge for me to find too. Like I don't know um, if they had a live or like a brick and mortar club that was consistent.
Oh, I think I found some.
And our researcher in residence, Allison, what did any news?
Nope, I need to be logged in. I can't put it in. Actually, I'll put it in the Zoom chat.
So we may not actually be playing the oldest chess club in the United States. No, I'm just kidding. In the world. Just kidding.
I think I found their
Oh,
website.
world. All right, let's see.
Well, they're certainly the oldest club, but it could have been like the Manhattan Chess Club that changed their venue during the time.
There we go. Players are starting to log in.
Wow, this is going to be an exciting. Well, Black dodged a bit of a bullet here, I think, but maybe still in some trouble here. Oh, I'm watching a game that is completely random.
Oops, like I messed up here.
This game that's in front of us here. These aren't even. This is just some game, random game from chess.com.
Yes, totally random game there. Random game. And it's funny because Ethan Boldy is playing, and he's offering a draw because he knows that he's supposed to play in a little bit.
In 1 minute, right?
Yeah, 1 minute. It's funny because he keeps offering draws and his opponent's declining them. If only his opponent knew, like he'd have to resign. So I think that might have been what happened. And here we go with board one. The game is afoot.
Wow.
Good luck, everyone.
This is the main event, folks.
Main event. Goose luck, everyone, but I meant good luck, everyone.
Grandmaster versus Grandmaster on board one.
And here we go.
Now, Christian Bauer, is that an older player, Nick, or a younger player?
I mean, middle age. I think he's in his 40s now.
Okay.
Maybe about 40.
Veteran. And going, checking on, let's go down the line and see who is who. Here we have Josiah Stearman playing white in this game against the ambitious Penguin, which is Anthony Pedkidis.
It's already a Josiah position.
And pay no attention to the rating there. It says 400 because it's a new account. He's 2401 FIDE, so he is no joke.
Imagine he plays just like another 400 in chess.com.
Right, like some random. And I think
This is a worthy opponent for Josiah. This tricky opening, it's supposed to be equal, but White has the tricks.
Tricks.
Tricks are for kids.
What's the move for Black here after Bishop G5? Bishop E6 looks logical. Is that falling for some trick?
Yeah, I'd play that.
And the game has just started also for Kyron Griffith, who's also playing a FIDE master, Jonathan Rosenthal. Wow, F3. Look at that on move 4 for white.
Well-known line of the Nimzo Indian, the same-ish variation.
That is right. And down the list, Micro Bear, National Master Eric Hahn for mechanics against making sure the name.
I like this knight h5, knight h3 combo. I know it's book, but still.
Manuel Valdivia. And Manuel Valdivia at 2260. 2260. And so you're not fooled by the ratings. Do not look at the ratings on chess.com. Look at that spreadsheet right there. Kingfisher 35. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching, everyone. The Scholastic Mechanics took that one down. I believe it was 15 and a half. And we are just starting the main event.
How's Michael Walter and Elliot Winslow doing?
Yeah, where's Elliot? Let's see. There it is. Here's Elliot's game. He's playing FIDE Master. FIDE Master Daniel Fisher.
That's better than playing Grandmaster Bobby Fischer, I suppose.
Yeah. A little more of a chance.
And why is Elliot using so much time already?
Yeah, that's odd. He's always been a time pressure addict, though, hasn't he? Watching Elliot was nerve-wracking, you know, with his hands hovering over the board and the twitching and everything. Then there were players like you, Nick. They always were so calm, even in time pressure. You know, could barely notice that they were under pressure.
Oh, well, time pressure is nerve-wracking for anybody.
Yeah, but you weren't jumping up and down in your chair and knocking everything over and.
Well, of course, the epitome of the nervous time pressure was Walter Brown.
Yeah, Walter Brown.
Allison, how are you in time pressure?
Rather like educated than flag. I don't do well in time pressure at all. I probably blunder and then realize that I'm not in that much time pressure.
So you don't get into time pressure though.
I do. It's just that I don't really flag. I just tend to lose without flagging worse. How's my audio? Because I know my audio isn't too good on this laptop.
It sounds okay now.
Yeah.
When you originally started talking, it was not enough volume for me, but now it sounds fine.
I'm on max volume. I'm not sure.
It's going kind of in and out a little bit.
Yeah, it does that.
And just doing some troubleshooting here.
And how about Mr. Walter? Oh, this is Tarzan's game again.
Yes,
Wow,
let's go to Mike Walder's game real quick. Flights of Fancy here. He's playing white. And his opponent is Felix Shajka. 2153 FIDE rated.
Tarzan's got tripled isolated pawns, Nick.
Holy cow. Let me jump back to that. So, yep, that is correct. How do we feel about that?
Yeah, that knight's got a great square on c4. I mean, double pawns is one thing, but triple.
Um,
Pair of bishops versus pair of knights.
Yeah, look at that bishop. That bishop on d6.
yeah, it's not good, but I mean, Black obviously has to try to rip open the game somehow for these bishops, otherwise he's going to get strangled.
And just going down the line of players, Adam Mercado playing white here for mechanics. He's always provides some action. He's playing York Poel, who's 1591 FIDE rated. Excuse me. So all the games just getting underway, everything developing.
They're so much slower than the kids' games.
Yeah, yeah. Patience is a virtue. And here we have Erica Malikin, uh, who is a mechanics regular for sure, but recently transplanted to New York.
Is
So
that right? Erica's in New York now, huh?
she's in New York, and she is playing for us, even though it's 1:30, 1:39 over there. So
AM or
I'm sorry, what?
1:39 a.m. or p.m.
PM.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, New York time, Eastern time.
New York.
Well, I'm not surprised Erica ends up in New York. She's a kind of a New York kind of a person, I would think.
She's
I
got
think it's a
she's got
good
a
place.
she's got a New York attitude every now and
Yeah, yeah, she does.
then. Might be an acquired taste, but we love Erica, and it's awesome that she's able to represent mechanics. And she was part of our matches with Marshall and everyone, so very cool. And we have Ethan Boldy here. His brother Nicholas came up big for us in the Scholastic event. Ethan's playing this event because he's a Scholastic player himself, but playing this one because he had swimming at 9 a.m., so he couldn't participate in the earlier.
Well, this is one of those queen pawn games that are so difficult for me to understand.
And just moving on down the line, David Askin. Here he is. David Askin from Mechanics Institute taking on Thomas Kummel, 2078 FIDE. And you can see a lot of these players from Zurich had to get chess.com accounts in order to play.
Yeah, maybe it's not so popular over there or something. I'm not sure. And this is, hedgehog maneuvering kind of position. Still a ways to go.
It'll be a while before the action happens there.
Going back to Stearman's game here.
Yeah, how's this the Griffith, Stearman, Tarjan,
Yeah.
Winslow?
Let's take a look.
Oh, Black has done well here. And Stearman is a pawn down. And with some, I mean, there's a trickiness factor though, right, Nick?
Well, it's no longer in White's favor in the trickiness factor,
No.
which probably annoys Josiah. Looks like we're headed to an end game.
It's going to be tough games for mechanics on the top half. Just strong competition from Zurich.
And how about Tarzan? Tarzan.
Grandmaster Jim Tarzan for mechanics playing Black.
He's not, he doesn't mind with the triple pawns. Have you noticed? He's like, I'll take triple pawns any day. He's really sitting tight there with the
Well, he's up on time at least.
yeah,
So,
and playing confidently and quickly.
but that dark squared bishop doesn't seem to have much future.
Well, I like the way Black put it back on F8 because he didn't want to get it traded.
Should Black consider something like c4 down the road just to give the bishop some scope and maybe put it on c5?
Good thinking, Abel. Very good thinking. You know, when you've got a really bad piece, you know, you might want to keep it for a while.
Wow, look at Eric Hahn's game here. Oof.
Allison, you're going to lose rating points listening to me talk, so be careful.
Ugh.
Oh.
This looks tough.
Wow.
This looks tough.
Is there a breakthrough? It's
Why not Queen C7? Why does Black go into you know? Well, this is an interesting thing. Can White deliver some knockout blow here? Might not be easy.
yeah, it has to do it quickly. It's I mean, he played this three pawn sacrifice very quickly, then sacrificed a
That's right.
piece. So now he's got all the development, but if you don't have a shot before bishop e6 comes in, you're lost. So,
And Black had to have known this because played into this gambit, right?
and Eric played very carefully, you know, took the pawns very principally, but okay, Allison, it's on you. Find a shot for white here.
I'm trying. I was like rookie 7, but then I'm like, nope, that drops everything. So
Yeah, it's tough. And but Eric down to under 6 minutes, so he's been treading water carefully.
Yeah, but the onus is on White here to find
Right.
something.
He's got a piece. He's got a piece
Yeah.
and a pawn.
What about Chiron?
Let's go to FIDE
Has he won
Master
anything yet?
Chiron Griffith. Wow, look at this. Chiron on the attack in his game. And he's playing FIDE Master Jonathan Rosenthal.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh, all those black pieces quickly came to the king side.
Yeah, this is looking really nice for Black. Very pressure in the center, pressure on the queen side, pressure on the king side.
pressure everywhere.
Yeah, I'd say White is in trouble.
And let's check in on Elliot Winslow's game. Elliot Winslow playing FIDE Master Daniel Fisher for Zurich.
Classic hanging pawns thing. We were talking about hanging pawns with Elliot not long ago. I think in the chess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are those pawns weak or strong on d5 and c5? I think black is okay.
Yeah, a classic battle here.
Yeah, he moved that pawn immediately, which maybe he should have waited a little bit, but now the d4 square is a bit soft.
Knight f4, I suppose.
The yes,
Yeah, it was a little fast to play c4.
And let me do a quick check-in on Christian Clemens, who's playing black for mechanics. And his opponent is Mikhail Kazmarek, 1720 FIDE.
This is a tough little game here. Looks
all
like,
kind of even, but black has that isolated c pawn.
yeah. You know, this is,
Wow, let me jump back to board one because look at this position here. Grandmaster Jim Tarjan against Grandmaster Christian Bauer.
Whoa! Suddenly everything just blew up.
Yeah.
white. Yeah, this is quite a move. f4 by white here. Really, both players are just having fun. Bishop
Just
h6, Nick.
Well, pawn to, yeah, pawn to f5 will trap the light squared bishop, but yeah, then the knight on e3 is hanging.
I don't know. Looks to me like black could be in trouble here, but
let me go back to that game with Micro Bear, Eric Hahn. This is the position here. White was trying to find a way to break through. Eric's trying to hang on.
and now the queen's back on d7. This is strange. It looks to me like white doesn't have enough, but
But it just looks so scary for black, though.
yeah, it looks scary.
Well, there's still this back rank mate that white has to worry about, and that may give black the tempo to go king f7 and get the other rook out.
Yeah.
So if Allison can't find anything, then
It's not there. It just isn't there.
yeah.
I wouldn't trust me. I don't trust myself.
You don't trust yourself either.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, white would like to play something like queen e5, but hampered by the back row. King f7, queen c4,
Bishop
King-
f6.
queen g5.
Do that. And Clarence Lehman fell victim to the Scholastic Board 1 player. Here's the final position. So that should be 1 point for Zurich.
Oh
Congratulations.
yes, this is.
But this is a very tough match, very close. I think our clubs are kind of evenly matched.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's see. Let's go to Kyron Griffith's game.
That was looking promising for Kyron.
There is action.
Ooh, what a shot.
That's a shot right there.
Boom.
It's got to go king f3, no? King f3, queen h5.
Oh, look at this! What? Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't see that actually. Yeah.
This is just busted. White's busted here. Wow, Kyron, mate in a couple here, right? Rook g6 and queen h5.
This would be a big win because that is a yeah.
Kyron just monster game. Wow.
Thinking about this carefully. Zurich gets another win. Erica Malikan lost her first game. So 2-0 currently for Zurich. 2-0.
Well, we've got this one. Kyron should have this one in the bag.
Let me go to Stearman's game. Queens are off the board in that one.
And Kyron came out with his guns blazing.
Guns drawn and all the rest.
What's going on here, Nick?
Well, Josiah must be in trouble. You know, that white king having, you know, stuck there in the corner
Yeah.
and a pawn down.
Both players.
Well, if black plays c6, white's got rook d6 mate. So black must be terrified at this point that he's going to play c6. You ever think like that, Allison? Like, here's this horrible move. What if I play it?
Well, what's going to happen?
If I play it, I'm going to lose. I'm going to get checkmated. I better not play it, you know?
I test my opponent and play it.
And here's Mike Walder's game.
Oh, this is a classic endgame.
A pawn up. Mike is
Pawn up in a bishop versus knight. I'm gonna give this one to Michael.
And checking in on Micro Bear, Eric Hahn. He's got the rooks out.
Oh, that's a relief to get that bishop out of the pin and get the rook out.
What about board one? Yeah, this is looking like a win now for black.
Back to the Grandmasters.
Wow, this is great. Eric's holding that for sure.
Now, wow, what's this? He
Stay here
sacrificed
for a
a
second.
knight? Sacrifice.
White sacrificed. And Christian Bauer down under 2 minutes.
This would be quite something. Person can win with black.
Now this is a tough game.
Yeah. Hey, Alexi. Alexi in the chat.
Why does white play rook f1? I mean, well, I guess it threatens rook f6.
Rook f6 is a huge threat. And if he'd gone rook g1, it would have just been answered by rook g8.
Right. So, and now if black plays what, rook f8?
Maybe knight f4.
Right.
Should be winning for black, but I can see a lot of tricks with that open black king.
Moving on really quick to Josiah Stearman's game. Stuff happening here.
Yeah, we got to stay on some of these top boards for a while. Oh, look at Josiah. Jumping on that E5 square. 93 here, Nick?
I mean, black is still a lot better and probably winning, but Josiah's making a fight of it.
Yeah, takes, rook takes king d5 or rook g2 maybe. Oh, I see, king d5. No. King g5 looks good. Getting out of the way of f4, although, yeah, white must be in trouble here.
Well, still, He's only got a minute 45, so we'll see if Josiah can pull his usual magic somehow.
The usual magic. Wow, look at
And what about Tarzan?
crazy games. Let's go back to wow. Look at this. Just everything is on the side of the board. This looks like a composition problem or something.
Yikes! Knight h5, threatening to come in on f6. Meanwhile, there's that pawn at e3.
Very complicated. You go rook a to f8, and there's going to be sacrifices and combinations. Rook takes f6, rook takes g3,
Gosh.
takes f8, rook h3 check. Wow, so much to calculate in so little time.
It's a crazy game.
Oh.
This is a fantastic grandmaster encounter here.
Oh.
You must take on f6. Rook takes f6.
And hey guys, look really quick. What happened to Eric Hahn here? He got looks like he got mated.
Oh no!
On the board, and like this was how like everything played out. It looked like he was sort of escaping it all.
Oh no!
Then he sort of got caught right there. Look at that.
Oh, what a nice shot.
What a shot. What a combination there. Well-earned win there from Manuel Valdivia.
Wow, rook f8, nice move. Beautiful.
Back to board one.
Wow, discouraging.
Whoa, this is tough right here.
Is there anything to be done? Oh, can't see a move.
Tarzan might be lost here, huh?
Well, that's mate into
Yeah. Wow.
It looks like somehow Tarzan should have been fine there, but it was so complicated.
Yep. Stearman's endgame here. Christian Clemens and Kyron Griffith both won their games. So
okay, so we need an updated score sheet up there.
Updated
so we're tied now.
5-2 is the score. 5-2. 5-2 Zurich.
Wow, what's going on here, Nick?
Josiah has made it tricky. I just love to see him when he's down.
And his opponent down to almost 10 seconds.
I think Josiah will win this. Right, check.
King f1, threatens mate. Oh no, he played king d2. Okay.
Wow, this is going to be a scramble of time.
Oh, I guess he's forced to repeat. Doesn't have time to take the c pawn.
So we're going to get a draw here.
Well, now you have to take the c pawn. Then,
why does black play under his own pawn?
well, now he's going to move the king away, and it's tough for Josiah. Oh, I don't know about that move. Now rook e8. Okay.
Wow.
I think black has lost the thread here.
It's hard playing with a little time. But looks like they're going to repeat. No choice for Josiah.
David Askin loses in his game, so it should be 6-2 for Zurich. This game looks like it'll end in a draw. They're almost close to repeating. They do draw their game. Going, Adam.
Kyron, I assume.
Yeah, he did win. Adam Mercado's game is here.
We're on time.
Adam's actually really good blitzing moves out, so I'm kind of.
No, white could have won a pawn by playing rook d6, but decided not to.
Trade to the king ending.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh my gosh. I think we were gifted one there.
yes.
Congratulations
Oh,
to
nice cheapo. King d2 jack. Yeah.
congratulations to Adam Mercado. Pulled that one
Wow.
out. Fantastic.
We'll take it any way we can. You
Absolutely. This is Ethan Boldy playing black here.
know? We're trying to keep in this match here.
That looks tough though.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
And am I looking at this right? Mike Walder lost this game.
Oh, no, how could he have lost?
He lost on time.
Um,
He flagged, but this is the final position.
well, he screwed up a bit, but he should probably draw this ending.
Yeah.
He was just a clear pawn up though, so
Right. So
Oh, this is a tragedy.
8.5, 4.5 is the score. And pretty soon
Well, there's redemption next round.
and I do notice a couple of players are playing their second game.
See, everyone's just throwing the rule book out the window now.
It's like, you know, this is what do you call it, right? It's we take some pride here in the appropriate moments, not following the rules. Except this is one where, you know, I guess it'll be all right. Just confirming because I don't see any of the other games have started, but I do see Erica Malikin's game and Kyron Griffith.
Now, Erica, I can understand. She's never played by the rules, as far as I know.
Yeah, right.
She plays by her own rules. So Kyron started his game here, and we're getting a gambit. Here's your Caro Khan solid. Doesn't look very solid here. What's going on here, Nick?
Yeah, except Kyron's white.
yeah, and I love Karen just shove that G pawn up G4. You know, take me please, and instead of this solid Caro Khan, you've got everything hanging around.
Back to Ethan Boldy's game here.
Has Tarzan started his game? Yeah.
Well, none of the round 2 games should have started. I'm trying to see what is. But I do see a couple that started. So maybe they. Some exceptions to the rules can be made, I guess.
Oh, Ethan just went down.
That check. He was in time trouble too.
Rook takes f5. Oh no. Why not just play rook takes f5?
You're down the exchange. It's not pretty, but
Yeah.
done it.
So it
Gotta hang
looks.
on, though, Nick, right? White has all kinds of wins here. Rook h6 check looks pretty good.
That's pretty good too. Yeah.
Tough, tough, tough. So this will be another point, but here is Erica Malikin's game. If this is one of the games.
We're getting roughed up here.
Yeah.
So all the games from the first round have completed.
Is that right? Okay.
And what was the score? We're behind by 5 points at that after.
How many boards? It's 10 boards again, right?
14
Oh,
boards.
14.
I see a score of 13. I think there's one result that still needs to be added. Yeah, and there it is. 9.5, 4.5. So that is the score after one round. Right
Wow.
there. 9.5, 4.5.
You just need one more to win it then.
Bishop takes G2. That doesn't look like it should work.
Um, Interesting.
King G2. I guess black can regain the piece by playing E4.
Uh,
Does he have better? Rook G8 check, King H1.
so yeah, king to G2, pawn to E4. Can I try the move Queen H7 check, King takes, Rook H1 check, King G6 or something.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think of that. Queen
Rook,
sacrifice.
Rook
Wow.
H to G8. Maybe. Hey, that's kind of interesting.
Wow. Well, of course, white can get a good game by just trading queens, I guess. The nice pawn structure.
Knight takes queen back on E7, king takes G2, knight takes G5. Black is
Oh,
black is
oh,
a pawn ahead.
oh,
No,
I
it's
see.
even. Yeah, well, you're right. One little H pawn ahead.
Hmm. Oh, I see. You're taking back on E7. Oh, I could also take on B7 then.
Rook checks is a good move. But wait a minute. Now pawn to E4 won't be threatening pawn takes F3 check.
That's what I thought.
So I'm not.
Looks like that black might have blown a piece there with Rook G8 check.
And the next round games, except the two games that are going, will start in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Because we had announced 11:15 as the start time. Let's check Kyron Griffith, whose game is also playing here.
Well, actually, I'm glad you guys started a little early. Gives us some entertainment.
Right, in between rounds, right, exactly.
And what does Michael mean by he's getting a second shot today? I mean, that could mean two things. He's getting a shot at his opponent or what?
Yeah, hopefully it's the second shot at redemption.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Forget
close
about
it.
that vaccine. You better go to work for the Mechanics Institute Chess Club and start winning your games.
Redemption shot. Forget about the Moderna shot, and we want the redemption shot. That's the
Yeah,
shot we
yeah.
want.
You're supposed to be playing chess here.
I don't care about Pfizer or Johnson. I want the redemption shot.
Yeah, yeah. Concentrate on Zurich.
Where's your priorities? uh, what do you think of this, Allison? You like Kyron here? I mean, Kyron's looking to rip through, right?
Well, coming up is 95 check. but black's going to put his knight on e4 where it's attacking the bishop at d2.
Maybe he just takes on g7.
Yeah, I'm confused. But that's nothing new either here. And he did it just without even thinking. He took on g7.
Yeah.
Bishop f6 maybe?
Rook f7 check.
Please.
Maybe, yeah.
He's gotten one of the pawns back. His pieces are active. Position's a mess. What more could he ask for?
Right. Maybe black should play something like knight takes d2, knight takes d2, f5.
Yes, f5 or f6. Just slow it down.
But I don't know. Then the knight can worm its way back into the game somehow.
2 minutes. Well, actually 1 minute. The rest of the games will start. Round 2 of the Zurich Mechanics Institute club match. Do you ever play the Carol Khan? Says Alexi Root, asking. She has to review a book on that opening. What do you think of that? You guys play Carol Khan? Kyron has offered a draw.
I've never played it.
Against my religious beliefs.
Right.
Like it's religious beliefs to play the Carol Khan. Wow. That is a hard no then. The games of the second round should be popping up in about 30 seconds or so. And here we go. Let's see what happens. That was a wild game, the Tarjan and Bauer's first game. And Mechanics Institute looking to rebound.
Yeah, we need some rebounding here.
Redemption.
Redemption shot.
We need the redemption shot. I like that one.
Well, this is already black is playing a sharp system against Tarzan's English opening here with Bishop c5. And the danger for black is that the bishop's just going to get locked out of the game.
And good luck to the team. I think all the games are starting up. And again, if anyone wants to follow the matchups a little more closely, what's going on, I'm putting the link to the Google Doc where you can see the pairings and the match results and all of the info.
E3 makes a lot of sense to blunt the effect of the bishop at A7.
And
this is an aggressive setup by black here with
following someone we didn't follow in the previous round, but he got a win for us. And starting the second game is Mechanics Institute trustee Mike Hilliard.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh,
Mike.
Mike!
Yes. Let's take a look at Mike's game. I mean, I want to look at the winner's circle. I don't want
Yeah,
to
we don't want anything to rub off negative, right?
spend.
Following people that lose.
Good for
Here,
Mike. Excellent.
yeah, here it
Oh,
is.
and he's got a nice game here.
This game just started.
It was a London system, and
Yeah, Mike is used to both sides of this kind of thing. He's very comfortable in these kind of positions.
these queen pawn games. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Although, yeah. And he's moving quickly and confidently.
Ooh, I don't know about that move. Knight b5 might be a trouble.
Yep, he's not paying attention to what his opponent can do. Not good.
Well, let's see. Maybe queen back to e7. Knight takes c7, rook c8. See what he does. But queen c6, rook d1 might be big trouble.
Yes. Yeah, knight b5. You're right. You actually, black can practically get away with this. It's amazing.
All right, let's take a look at Kyron's game.
Queen c6. Ooh.
There's been developments.
Mm. So Kyron's opponent has refused to draw, I suppose.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of nerve against one of our.
Yeah, he doesn't know who he's dealing with here.
Uh-oh.
Queen d6.
Knight back to e8 check.
And
White
and
has
he
a
get
draw.
his draw.
Yeah, maybe white has a draw. So king d8, rook g8 check. That might not be so clear. Oh, and then you can play the rook back to g7.
It seems like he'd be happy with a draw here.
I think it's going to end in a. It looks like it might be ending in a draw. Black would take a great risk by giving up his bishop.
Well, now he's going to think. This is good too. Kyron's kind of offered a draw. If he thinks for 2 minutes and plays something else, then there are chances for both sides.
Well, king g6, knight g8.
Take king d8, for example.
Well, then rook g8 check.
What?
Rook g8 check, king c7, rook back to g7.
Okay.
I think.
I think Zurich just won the match.
Oh no!
They won the match. I think Erica lost the second game. So now we're fighting for honor. The goal is now not victory in this portion. It's honor, pure honor. So, but congrats to Zurich for winning the main match portion.
Yeah.
Of the club.
Yeah.
But let's see how our players do. We're gonna try to have the margin of victory narrower.
I think Kyron's pulling the draw off out here. I think.
Oh, his opponent is thinking. Remember, this is Kyron.
But wait a minute. They haven't won the match because it's 14 boards. So they would need 12 and a half. Right? They would need 12 and a half to win.
Or 14 and a half.
Or 14 and a half, sorry, yeah. 14 and a half.
All right, so there's a ways to go.
Says the physics graduate from UC Berkeley.
I learned to count.
Counting. I don't want to have count here.
Wow, look at this position. Eric Hahn's second game against
Oh,
Manuel Valdivia.
I'm rooting for him. He needs some redemption for
Yeah,
sure.
redemption shot.
Knight f5 maybe.
Yeah.
Wow, very nice.
Oh, white's much better here. Much better.
So this is looking good. Let's go down the
This
road.
is looking terrific for white.
Mike Walder playing black here.
Another redemption shot.
We need redemption here for sure.
Q1. So will Mike kind of fix the queen side with pawn to A4? Does he keep things fluid?
And look at the developments. Elliot Winslow, they've already played quite a few moves. This is Elliot Winslow against Daniel Fisher.
Now, how did Elliott do in his first game?
Looking at the sheet, Elliot lost the first game.
He's doing well here, I think.
You know, I'm impressed with Zurich if they can score against our club regulars like Elliot and Mike Wilder and
Yeah, that's no
Christian
joke.
Clemens.
No joke.
I think black is much better here, probably. Although white still has the B4 break.
Definitely not a Kuro Khan, says Elixir Root.
Mm-hmm.
And up and down the line, let's check David Askin's game. David Askin for Mechanics is black.
Oh, this is a nice game for black.
And taking a look at Clarence Lehman's game against Ambrose Labelle. We know Ambrose, board one from the Scholastic section, is a very strong player.
Trouble for black maybe with a weak pawn on E6. I don't know.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Clarence just throws some fuel to the fire.
Wow, C4, Clarence. What happens on queen takes C4? Better not to ask, right?
Look with the pawn.
That's kind of surprising, no? Right,
Yes.
Well, queen C4, knight A5 maybe? Was that the thought?
Yeah.
Now knight C5 though, looks strong for black. Very odd move, taking with the pawn like that. I mean, on knight A5, white could have played rook takes A5 if nothing else. This is not looking.
This is pretty dangerous for white.
I would think so, with black being able to play pawn D3 and stuff like that. The pawn on E4 is hanging. Why did white do this?
But he's terrified of thumb.
Yeah, queen takes C4 would have been powerful, I think. Well, we've got a chance here. Clarence, come on.
Yeah, against a strong opponent too. Here's Christian Clemens playing white. And they did draw Kyron Griffith. They did draw.
Okay.
So I'm gonna update the results there. And there we have it.
And Christian's learning how to play these complex Slav type positions.
Wow, look at Adam Mercado, who's always something happen here?
Is that a Schlechter Slav?
Something went horribly wrong here.
A rook and a bishop.
Yeah, I'll say
I,
something went
I
wrong.
don't see the compensation.
We're gonna have to have a talk with our.
Yeah. Say, hey, what gives?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
check board one. Grandmaster Jim Tarjan and Christian Bauer.
The old woodshed.
Pressure on the e pawn.
Yeah.
This is not my cup of tea for white. I mean, I would I like the black's kind of attacking posture here.
Black knight may come into d3.
Yeah. Tarzan has misplayed the opening here somehow.
Wow, look at this. Back to this game with Clarence Lehman.
Clarence has really got some chances here.
He's down overall material though, right?
He's moving too quickly too. I don't know what happened to lead to this, but
At least it seems like it's a position that gives chance.
and why throw the knight into d2 where it's not really doing anything? Just take on d4.
Yeah, my gosh. Yeah.
Now rook d1. Very odd.
I'm wondering if you didn't notice that he can't take on f3.
Well, when you move quickly, you're going to overlook a lot of things. Well, the knight can go to c4, but I mean, it's just.
Well, we'll keep
Yeah, keep a close watch.
an eye on things here. And let's see Josiah Stearman's game here.
Oh, queen h6. Oh, this is. And black is losing the thread here.
So Josiah drew the first game. Yes, that was the rook ending repetition.
Correct.
And
Yep.
and here he's a little worse. That bishop pair is kind of.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Elliott's game.
We're in trouble on some of these boards here. I'm going to have to take these guys back to the woodshed.
Get to the bottom of things. Get some answers.
Right, Allison?
Away from cameras, no witnesses.
Like would you be? Oh my gosh! I was about to say, hey Allison, would you be like a hardcore manager? Like really, tighten the
Allison's like, let's not leave any witnesses.
And she said it fast too. I like that. I like your style, Allison.
Yeah, me too.
No witnesses. Tough games here in this round. Let's look
They're a good chess club. Just have to give them credit.
Look at Eric here.
Whoa, something must be good here. Ah, yes, and king to d3 or 4.
Oh my gosh, it's locked out. The king's locked out from going back.
Oh, Eric.
What a move! Wow.
Ta-da!
Exciting.
Yes,
Congratulations.
nice finish.
I'm
And
glad
that's
we got to see it.
redemption.
We got to see it live too. Congratulations. Redemption shot. Fully vaccinated right there. Good job, Eric. That was a great tactical shot there. King
And
just
what's the updated score here? Are we gaining some
getting a little bit
ground?
closer. Let's see here. 11-6 is the current score. 11-6.
11 to
and
6.
and how about Mike Hilliard?
Let's
I'm
see,
counting
Mike.
on
Oh
him.
yeah, we're kind of.
Yeah, Mike. Come on.
Here we go. How's this look? Mike Hilliard for the Mechanics is black.
Pawns are even, materials even. Knight is threatened.
Oh, we've got chances here too.
He's holding. Now, remember we were looking at Adam Mercado's game, and he was like completely
Totally
losing,
busted.
right?
Yeah.
So this is the position now.
He was down a rook and a
Is there any chance of something? Because I think even in my mind, knowing Adam, there's always going to be a chance, just because of the way he plays. But look at White's. Rook and Bishop are still, on the other side over there, not doing anything.
On to F5. I think we're gone, but
All right.
yes, gone is a relative term.
Well,
yeah, this is not good for
well, I'm trying. I'm trying to see if something.
yeah.
Here, let's take a look at Clarence. I know he was.
Oh, Clarence had a great game, but now I don't know.
Now Clarence has a great game. I mean, that H pawn's attacked.
Trying to do
Knights come into the attack.
some night tricks. We'll keep an eye on this. Let's go to board 1 with the Grandmasters. Following the GMs.
And Tarjan won't back down. He's not going to retreat his
Christian
queen.
Bauer under 4 minutes.
Yeah, this is a good move, Bishop A3. Of course, black is still better after just A5 or something like that, but I think. But Tarzan's got some possibilities here. Yeah.
And Ethan Boldy doing well in his game. He's up a pawn. Although
White has to take on B4, yeah.
So this one will be tough, especially with that pawn structure probably.
That B pawn's running down the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice game for White, huh?
Look. Going back to this one, just because.
Really nice game for White.
Oh yeah.
Oh, oh.
Uh-oh.
That one didn't do it.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
This is hopeless.
Well, we tried.
Takes, oh no, nothing. Even rook takes F3, queen H5.
Yeah.
Not me.
Rook F3, rook takes F3. Elliot. Another wild game here.
Well, this looks tough, right?
Yeah, it does. Well, the knight's not hanging because of queen C1 check, but bishop H5 check.
The black thing is safe for the moment.
Yeah, it looks so scary though.
Really scary.
One knight f3.
Ooh, knight f3.
Queen c4.
Knight f3. Allison looking for shots.
That's white's move.
Yeah.
Maybe Elliot's doing good here, although that pawn at d5. I mean, what's the tactics here?
And
Queen c1
yeah, go
check
ahead.
is a threat, and knight f3 check. Yeah, huge
And
threat.
Mike Walder here. Again, he's black.
Well,
Well,
Kyron, you did your part.
Mike should be winning this.
The only thing that's scary is 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Yep. Yeah, we're getting a little bit crushed. We're hoping we can make up some ground here in some of the games.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
It's looking all right.
Yeah, Mike is doing it.
Mike is winning.
Now, is there any miracle here for Clarence?
Oh, he did that. I wanted the knight to go to f4, but the knight and queen are very tricky together.
Yeah.
Just retreat your knight to g6.
And then you can go queen h4 and knight f4, or knight f4 and queen h4, or some combination.
Or take on b5 even.
Yeah, take on b5.
Take with check.
With check. Wow. It's causing some
Clarence.
problems. Causing problems.
Yeah. Takes 2 pawns. Fantastic.
And those are important pawns. Those are like pass pawns. Huh? Yeah.
Wow.
Kyron, yeah, we saw that. You say Kyron in the chat saying he couldn't play on. It probably wouldn't have been a good decision. We're just happy you got some points there. Get that draw.
We're only 5 points down in the match. And our players know the consequences of if they lose, you know, so.
Yeah. So you avoided having to answer to Allison. And Mike Walder gets the win.
Yes.
Congrats to Mike. At a point,
I don't know
12 to
what
7. 12 to 7.
I don't know what kind of pressure the Zurich players are under, but our players are, you know, the word is out.
And Adam Mercado did end up losing that game.
I think White's in trouble here against Clarence.
I'd
Or he
much
has to-
rather have black.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful here. If the rook leaves the third rank, then just like now Queen c3.
Okay, you do have to worry about rook d7 doubling on the.
Oh, because on Queen e1 check you can play knight f1.
So this may just be a draw.
Queen c3 looks like a powerful move here, or Queen b3. Maybe Queen c3 was better. Going to be a draw now, right? Rook d7 and then Queen f3 and.
Yeah, Queen f3, and is there any way he can play for a win? By running the king up to e5.
This would be a big
Well,
result.
Clarence is this is an upset. Come on, Clarence.
It would be. Because this is a significantly
I mean,
strong
Black should have a draw without too much problem with Queen f3 here. Check, king, check, check.
Yep. It says black can't win, says Kyron, but
Kyron, if you were black,
White can't
you'd go
win.
king h6. Oh, king h6, rook checks, king g6, march your king to e5. You would have swindled him.
King H6 is too risky, right?
Oh, you wanted the knight H5 check. Well, yeah. Okay. I guess it was a little too risky for maybe for Clarence, but I would have tried it.
Wow, there's some
Great.
Clarence
Why?
offer to draw.
Well, that's, yeah. I mean, White can try by playing rook takes f4 or something like that.
Draw was declined. Uh, Taking a look real quick at some of the other games. This is Elliot's game.
Whoa.
And Elliot's opponent under a minute and a half.
Jeez, this is so crazy. The knight is hanging. I mean, the bishop's hanging it. If king h5, rook g5 check, rook g5, queen h7, king g4, queen h3 mate. So that's why Elliot plays e3. That's a nice little combination.
And yeah, defending the knight on G5 because of the checks.
Okay, check moves have been made. His opponent played on in this game here.
And what about Tarjan?
Oh, look at this. Clarence is winning a knight.
Yeah, I think black or white maybe
Has blundered.
because he's going to win the knight with check.
Yeah, fantastic. Clarence.
Or maybe not
Go
necessarily
Clarence.
check, but
We have a real chance to win this game. And Ambroise is down too.
time, yeah.
Down time and everything.
What a comeback here from what it looked like.
Well, Black should be winning this, right?
Now, is there anything dangerous?
Sure, Black's got to be winning this.
You can go knight G8 check.
Don't take the draw as right.
It is so ordered by Kyron Griffith.
Yeah, I mean, this is winning for what for Black.
Knight G1 check,
all
king
kinds of different
G4,
ways.
queen G2, take the rooks.
Yeah, that would win.
Oh, down, going down. Who is that?
I don't know who down going in.
Well,
Revere
they
yourself.
seem to agree with me, so I like them.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Oh, how
Hi,
cool.
Chelsea.
Hey, Chelsea.
Clarence is doing it. This is incredible.
There it is.
Queen G2 check and queen takes G7.
Unbelievable.
Fantastic. Is he going to do it?
And has just enough move to come and protect that pawn.
Uh-huh. Great win for Clarence if he if he plays it. He did. Fantastic. What a great win for Black here.
Clarence, you're a superhero.
Josiah Stearman got the win in almost a similar looking position. Look at Josiah Stearman's win here.
We are coming back in this match.
Unfortunately, Jim Tarjan lost on board one. Black just had a big attack, as you can see here. And David Askin lost in his game also. So,
well, in that case,
15 to 7. 15-7 is the updated score.
Now they took it.
Now they've
They,
won the match.
they've
So
won the match.
congratulations to them.
And
But
that means no supper for our players
no
tonight.
supper. And here we have it.
We got
Clarence Clarence Lehman.
And how is Elliot doing in his super complex?
Clarence Lehman, fantastic.
Oof. Here we go.
Oh, what's going on? That's a perpetual check, I guess.
And Ethan Boldy is up a piece in his game.
No, Elliot's got to give up a perpetual check here, huh?
Oh, queen to f6, king to h5. My
And
God.
oh, look at that. And he escapes.
Does he do it? Oh, he has to do it now. What? Horrid.
Incredible.
Oh wow.
Look at this.
Oh no. Oh no. It's checkmate. Oh my God.
Oh, he fell into the same checkmate that we were talking about 10 moves ago.
Wow.
He had to go rook g5 and he was winning. Oh. Oh.
And then
He fell into-
Elliot in the game chat says, "I missed Queen H3, of course."
Yeah, but the spectators saw it. Well, Elliot, that's it for you.
And we have to watch the ending of this because this was an incredibly
sorry
earned game there by Clarence Lehman. So congratulations for that point. Here's Ethan Boldy playing white.
Wow, Clarence, courage, good game.
Don't take with the knight.
Very good. Yeah. Oh my God, that would be like a nice puzzle. You take with the knight.
f5 was
Been the wrong color bishop.
not a great choice.
Well, what does Black have good drawing chances here?
It's not bad, yeah.
Fine.
That's complex, huh?
But his opponent has 7 seconds, so just don't trade.
16-11 is the updated match score.
Nice. Bishop G.
I have a feeling, yeah, this looks like a draw, could be a draw, but maybe it's a win for white.
King e4, good. F5 check. That's a nice move to get in. Now it's probably winning if you go pawn to h5, h6. Oh no, he would have gone knight takes h6
and then king g7.
I'm not there.
Oh, look at that. Yep. Wow. I mean, look. It looks like it's going to end 16-12, and that is much better than what it looked like when we started.
Yeah. It was what? 10.5 to 4.5?
Yeah, it was something like that, something crazy.
And how did Mike Hilliard do in the second game?
He won. So
MVP.
2 points. 2 points.
Oh, Mike. Let's put him on board 1 next time.
Here it comes. Yep. Boom. Oh,
White's trying to draw the game.
not expecting that.
H7 check.
Seven.
I think White's
Don't lose
losing.
on time. Lose on time. Move.
Well, he'll draw, right?
Oh, if he loses on
Yeah,
time?
sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Come on, White's just not figuring this out here.
Oh. Oh my God. Look at that.
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
Third round.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, what are the chances that he saw that sacrifice and then mate? Think he saw that?
Yeah,
Very
style
nice.
points.
Yeah. Incredible win. Ethan Boldy gets it
Style
done.
points. That's a good.
Yeah. I
Mm.
think the style points on that is worth at least 4 game points. So we should be like 16-16. So 16-12 is the final score. Congratulations to Zurich. And
They got their redemption.
congratulations to the mechanics team in the second round. Clarence Lehman pulling off a monstrous upset with a
Yeah,
fantastic game. Ethan Boldy getting it done. Incredible ending to that. Just everyone was playing everyone strong, and it looked like we were getting creamed after the first round, but everyone rallied up and just gave great, exciting games.
Yeah, so
And
we won Scholastic and they won the non-Scholastic, so we might need a
yeah,
tiebreak.
so I think we can walk away saying we're even. We won the Scholastic. They won the regular. Great games all around, and
We need a tiebreaker.
yeah, we get the tiebreaker for style points, right? So at the end of the day, we did it just to. We thought it would be awesome for our two communities, and with the history of the clubs, I think I wrote in the newsletter. I think it's like 360 years of history combined. Um, and just a lot of fun to be able to do these kinds of things. It's fun to run and organize tournaments and events, but it's a lot of fun when we can do these kinds of things because these types of events are about the people as much as it is about the club. So it's a lot of fun doing this. And thanks to all of you, Nick and Paul and Allison, for being part of the broadcast. Allison, you're part of the organizing of all of this. And thank for what you're doing. And the TDs in the back room, Jared Ruiz, who paired all the games himself, friend of Reka, but taught by Judith. And he handled it like a pro. So thank you, Jared, and thank you for Judith. She was in the chat, on the WhatsApp chat, and the regular chat, doing a little bit of troubleshooting. So team effort all around. Thank you, everyone. And thank you to the players for sort of setting aside this Saturday afternoon, morning and afternoon to be a part of this. Team effort all around. I could not be more proud of everyone, and that we were able to do this together. And shout out to the team from Zurich. They were awesome to work with in getting this together and done. And look forward to next week, too. Thank you, Alexi. Thank you, Kyron, for the compliments. Any last thoughts from all of you?
Oh, I just want to say, hey, I love our club players. Mike Hilliard, Kristen Clemens. That was fabulous.
Yeah.
yeah. Clarence Lehman, all you
And
guys.
and the group that played today, this is like the mechanics group, right? It's like there's a lot more out there that didn't play this week that might play in the following weeks, but this was truly representative of like our club, I think. And there's going to be more people representing in the weeks to come, so we look forward to that. I'm going to leave it on this game because I love that, mate. And thanks, Allison, for hanging out with us and being a part of this. And you'll be joining us next week for
Or
Royal
Royal Dutch.
Royal Dutch. So
Are you going to be playing, Allison?
Should I?
Yeah, you want to jump in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Jump in there. We'll talk. We'll talk. We'll talk. If you don't play, you're gonna join us on the broadcast. Love having you part of our team here. All right, everyone. That is a wrap.
We'll
Congratulations to
see
Zurich.
everybody tomorrow.
And tomorrow we have the 12 round game in 3+2 Blitz War. That is the Shut Brandwine J. Whitehead Memorial. If you would like to be a part of that and register for that, I'm going to put the. I just messed myself up here. I was about to put the link to that. That starts at 3 p.m., so plenty of time to register. Completely free. Totally free tournament. Uh, I reached out. They have not responded, Elliot, to your question. So let me do a reminder. That would be cool because Ray Shutt's family, when we've held this event in person, they usually bring a bunch of books that they.
Jay's family's
Jay's
right
Jay's
here.
family will definitely be part of that. So in the form of Paul Whitehead. So 3 p.m. tomorrow will be that one, and let's see who we can raid. I mean, it's like noon, so there's got to be chess people doing some streaming. Let's see, who do we have? I'm looking at the options. Chess Dojo. I see International Master David Pruis online. We're a big fan of Kostya and David and everything they do. So we'll send everyone there. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we will see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. That is a wrap. See you, everyone.
Bye.